Have you ever looked at someone else's life and wondered, am I falling behind? Maybe you've asked yourself, should I be earning more by now? Should I have started my own business? Should I already own a house? Am I wasting my life? Here's something interesting. Almost every successful person compares themselves. Athletes compare. Entrepreneurs compare. Students compare. Creators compare. So maybe comparison itself isn't the problem. Maybe the real question is, when does comparison help us grow? And when does it quietly steal our happiness? Today, we'll explore that question through two birds who see success very differently. The peacock believes comparison is necessary. If I never looked at people ahead of me, how would I know where I need to improve? To the peacock, comparison creates ambition. It pushes people to dream bigger. But the eagle has a different point of view. It believes comparison becomes dangerous. Because every bird is born with different wings, different strengths, and a different destination. The eagle believes real success begins the day you stop trying to live someone else's life and start building your own. So, is comparison the enemy? Or are we simply comparing in the wrong way? Let's listen.
Can I ask you something? When you were young, did you ever look at someone better than you and think, one day, I want to become like them?
Of course.
Then comparison helped you. Without it, would you even know what was possible?
Comparison inspired me, but it never defined me. There's a difference.
I don't understand.
I looked at people to learn what was possible. You look at people to decide whether you're enough. Those are two completely different games.
You know, I still think comparison is necessary. If I never looked at birds flying higher than me, how would I ever improve? Wouldn't I become comfortable?
I agree. Comparison can be useful. But tell me, when you see another bird succeed, what's the very first thing that comes into your mind?
Honestly, good for them. I immediately think, why not me?
Exactly. Notice something. You didn't compare your effort. You compared your outcome.
Isn't that normal?
Very. Because our eyes naturally notice results, not the years behind them. You see the business, not the failures. You see the fit body, not the 5 years of discipline. You see the beautiful relationship, not the difficult conversations that built it. You see the destination, never the journey.
Maybe that's why everyone seems happier than me.
Because you're watching their highlights while living your own behind the scenes.
Still, sometimes I genuinely feel I've achieved so little. People my age already have houses, families, successful businesses. I feel late.
Late. According to whose clock?
I never thought about that.
Let's imagine something. A doctor, an Olympic athlete, a scientist, a musician, a parent raising 3 children. Which one is more successful?
You can't compare them. They're living completely different lives.
Well, exactly. Yet somehow you compare your life with everyone, even when you're playing completely different games.
Maybe, because I don't know what game I'm playing.
Now we're getting somewhere. Can I ask you something? If I asked, what does success mean to you? Could you answer without mentioning money, fame, or someone else's life?
I don't know. I don't think I've ever defined success for myself. I just assumed success looked like what everyone else was chasing.
That's where comparison begins. When you don't choose your own destination, the world chooses one for you. And suddenly, every bird flying in a different direction looks like it's ahead.
So, I'm not really chasing my dream. I'm chasing the dream. I've been shown...
Since childhood. Think about it. How often were children asked, what makes you happy? Compared to, look at your cousin, look at the topper, why can't you be like them?
More times than I can count.
Without realizing it, many of us learn something dangerous, that our value depends on being better than someone else, not on becoming better than yesterday.
That explains something. Even when I achieve a goal, I'm happy until I see someone who's done more.
Because your finish line keeps moving. When success depends on someone else, you'll never arrive.
Can I ask you something? If comparison starts this early, then why is it so much worse today? Why does one scroll through social media? Make me question my entire life.
Because today's world has turned comparison into a full-time job. Let's talk about that.
What do you mean?
Tell me, how many birds do you compare yourself with every day?
Honestly, hundreds, maybe thousands. Every scroll, there's another successful person, another beautiful life, another achievement.
Exactly. Years ago, people compared themselves with neighbors. Today, you're comparing yourself with the entire world. No mind was designed for that.
That explains why I feel exhausted, even when I've done nothing all day.
Because comparison consumes energy, especially when your brain keeps asking, why not me?
And social media doesn't help. Everyone looks happier, richer, smarter, more successful.
Because people don't post ordinary Tuesdays, they post celebrations, victories, dream vacations, promotions, the highlight, not the struggle behind it.
I know that, but somehow I still feel left behind.
That's because your emotions don't compare reality, they compare appearances.
So it's not social media that's lying. It's my brain filling in the blanks.
Exactly. You assume because they look happy, they must be happy.
Maybe that's why I always feel I'm missing something.
There's a name for that. Fear of missing out. FOMO. But have you noticed something? Every time you fear missing someone else's life, you're missing your own.
That one hurts.
Because it's true. While watching everyone else's journey, you're absent from yours.
Can I ask you something honestly? Sometimes someone else's success actually bothers me. I smile, I congratulate them, but inside, it hurts.
Because deep inside, you believe success is limited, that if they win, you've somehow lost.
Isn't that true? There are only so many opportunities.
Then answer me this. When one bird learns to fly higher, do your wings become weaker?
No.
When another bird builds a nest, does yours disappear?
No.
Then why does their success feel like your failure?
Maybe because I secretly think I'm not enough.
Now we've reached the real reason. Comparison doesn't create low self-esteem, it reveals it. When you know your worth, someone else's success becomes inspiration. When you doubt your worth, the same success feels like a threat.
Maybe that's why. Even after achieving something, I still don't feel successful.
Because you've made other people the judges of your life.
That reminds me of school. Whenever I scored 90, someone else had 95. Whenever I did well, there was always someone better.
Exactly. Many of us were taught to compete before we learned to appreciate ourselves. We celebrated rank more than growth. Comparison became a habit.
So maybe I've been trying to prove that I'm finally enough.
To whom?
I don't even know anymore.
Then stop chasing invisible judges. Most of them aren't even watching you.
That's true. I spend so much time worrying what people think. But honestly, most people are probably busy worrying about themselves.
Exactly, we fear judgment, while everyone else is fighting the same fear.
Then tell me, should I stop comparing completely?
No. Healthy comparison is a teacher. Unhealthy comparison is a prison.
What's the difference?
Healthy comparison asks, what can I learn from them? Unhealthy comparison asks, why am I not them? Healthy comparison improves your skills. Unhealthy comparison attacks your identity. One creates growth, the other creates suffering.
So comparison isn't really the enemy. The problem is, I've been using it to measure my worth.
Exactly. Look at others for inspiration, never for permission. Admire their journey. Don't abandon your own.
One last question. How do I know I'm finally free from comparison?
The day you celebrate someone else's success without questioning your own. The day you wake up excited about your direction instead of someone else's destination. The day you stop asking, who's ahead, and start asking, am I becoming better than yesterday? That's the day comparison stops controlling your life.
You know, when this conversation started, I thought my problem was everyone else was moving too fast. Now I realize I never stopped to ask where I actually wanted to go. Maybe that's why every bird looked ahead of me.
Remember this. I never win because I fly higher. I win because I never forget which mountain I chose to fly toward.
Maybe the happiest birds aren't the ones with the brightest feathers or the highest nests. They're the ones who know exactly why they fly.
And once you know that, you'll stop counting someone else's wings and finally start using your own.